Jenny was driving late at night along an empty stretch of highway. She had decided to take a scenic detour on her way to her sister's new house in a remote rural area. As she drove, the fuel light suddenly came on. Jenny groaned, realizing she hadn't seen a gas station for miles. The detour was a mistake. She kept driving, hoping to come across somewhere soon. Jenny grew anxious as the gas gauge needle edged closer to empty. Just as true panic set in, she spotted flickering lights up ahead. She breathed a sigh of relief as she pulled into the gas station. The place was deserted, only one old pump available. Jenny got out and was unnerved by the absolute stillness. She quickly filled up, wanting to leave as fast as possible. Slipping her card into the pump, she waited impatiently for it to approve. After several moments, it flashed, "Transaction failed," on the screen. Frustrated, she rummaged for cash. Inside the store, Jenny saw cobwebs everywhere and a thick layer of dust coating the shelves. It looked like no one had been here for years. A cold unease trickled down Jenny's neck. As she placed the cash on the counter, she noticed a small TV turned on in the corner. On the screen was only static and white noise, but suddenly Jenny thought she saw a face flash across it. Heart racing, Jenny ran from the building. She jumped in her car, tires spitting up dust as she peeled out of there at top speed. She just wanted far away from this place. Soon Jenny noticed she was being followed by a pair of headlights in the distance. She pressed the gas pedal down further, but the other car continued to gain. The pursuer was right on her back bumper now, flashing its high beams angrily. Jenny groaned in despair as she saw the gaslight was once again glowing red. Up ahead was a sharp turn. Jenny braked hard but still skidded halfway across the road before regaining control. The other car wasn't so lucky, crashing through the guardrail. Shaking, she got out to check on the other driver. But as she approached the ruined car, she found no one inside. The driver's seat was caved in and covered in rust and cobwebs. Confused, Jenny turned back towards her own car. Standing in the headlights was a pale figure in tattered clothing, the same face she thought she'd seen on the TV. Jenny froze in shock as more ghostly figures emerged from the woods around her. They shuffled towards Jenny with arms outstretched, their hollow eyes full of desperation and hunger. One by one they surrounded the car, banging on the windows with curled fists. Jenny fumbled to start the ignition, but the car only sputtered uselessly. She was trapped. As the spectral mob closed in, Jenny screamed and closed her eyes, waiting for the end. After a few moments, she hesitantly cracked one eye open again. There was nothing but empty road. No ghosts, no abandoned cars. Jenny sat there shaking, not understanding what she had just experienced. Deciding she must have dozed off from exhaustion, Jenny sighed in relief. The detour had caused her to have a waking nightmare. Thank goodness it wasn't real. Jenny glanced at the fuel gauge to see the tank was full again. Odd considering she had run out of gas before. Shrugging it off, she continued onward toward her sister's house. Behind her, spectral faces watched silently from the rearview mirror, waiting patiently for her return journey. The detour wasn't finished with Jenny just yet.